All right, Jeff Stanley here with Standley Handcrafted, and today I'm going to be going over and showing you how to make your very own Presto pot wax melter. Now this is a very easy thing to do if you have the right equipment. It's all stuff that you can get from Home Depot, Walmart, and pretty much those two places. It's a very easy thing to put together. If you have all the necessary equipment, otherwise we do sell them on the website, and there's a lot of different websites that do sell them. So we're going to go ahead and pan down, and I'm going to show you exactly what we've got here. I picked up, they sell two different Presto pots. They sell the larger one and then a smaller one. They're both very nice. They both work very well. So depending on what you're making and how many candles you're making, you can determine the size. And then you're going to need two different drill bits. You're going to need one as basically a guide hole, and then you're going to need this one. And depending on the size of the valve that you get, is going to be the drill bit that you need. So we've got a 3/4 inch bit to fit. This is actually a 1/2 inch valve. You're going to need a drill. Once you drill out the hole, you're going to need a metal nail file just to kind of smooth it out, because it's obviously not going to fit real smoothly in there. So you're going to file it out so that you can twist this in real easy. A screwdriver, and then once we get it placed, you're going to need some type of a sealant which will go around the valve stem so that it will hold it in place. This is almost like a weld, and it stands up. You're going to want to make sure that you get a sealant that can stand heats up to at least 300 degrees. You'll never hit that, but you want something that can withstand the heat and hold it well. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you what to do. Pull that one back just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one out, and then just set everything aside. The lid, the foot pegs, the handles, everything is inside. And then for this one, you're just going to go ahead and find your placement. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the ground, and I'm going to start my guide hole. Now with the valve, it doesn't really matter where you put it. You want to put it down somewhat low so that you don't have like a full inch of wax that never gets out. So I put it down towards the corner just as it starts to bend. And then we're going to go ahead and get going on this. So make your guide hole. And then once you get your guide hole, and be careful with this because these are metal shavings and you can get splinters or it can actually cut you. And then just take this one nice and slow. And that's pretty much it. And then again, watch out for the metal shavings. They will be everywhere. And then for this one, just go ahead and test the valve. Alright, so we got some filing to do, so it fits in there nicely, but it's really tight. And so for this one, still pretty tight. It's not wanting to thread in there. And we're just going to go ahead and file this down just a little bit at a time until we can get that to screw in just a little bit. Alright, so that's getting close. It's really tight, but it's just a little bit more filing. And you can see kind of where it needs some filing if you look around the edges. Alright, that's perfect right there. And then you're just going to go ahead and screw that in there as far as you can go. And then once you get it, so you can see that it's off just a little bit there. And that's probably perfect right there. And you can see on the inside you've got a pretty good thread amount so that you can get the seal to go all the way around that. And that thing is not moving. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and add the seal around that. Okay, so for the sealant, I like to use the JB Weld. This stuff right here, you can see it's got two different materials in there, and we're going to go ahead and cut a little bit of this off. And then once you start moving them together like this, you want it to go from black to gray to one solid color. That way it fully mixes, and this stuff will start to set in 5 minutes, and it will be almost fully cured and dried within an hour. And this stuff dries just hard as cement. So it's perfect for this stuff. And then I'm going to go ahead and roll this out a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap that around. And then we're just going to press that into the threads and get it so that we get a good even coverage all the way around. And I like to smooth it out against the pot just a little bit. You don't have to be too careful with smoothing this out. I mean, this stuff is really sticky and it's going to dry like cement. So even if it's not smooth around the edges like that, it's going to seal like crazy. So that's pretty much it for that one, and then we'll do the inside. And then I like to do the inside as well as the outside. You probably don't need to, but it just gives it a little bit more strength to hold on, especially if you drill the hole a little too big and that release valve is a little loose. This will definitely tighten it up. And then for this one, the same thing. Just get a nice smooth ring around that. And this one you can taper it so that the wax just kind of goes in there really nice. And then just make sure it kind of smashes into the threads a little bit and it'll hold a little bit better. Alright, and then we'll just go ahead and let that dry a little bit, and we'll go ahead and put the foot pegs and the handles on. Alright, and there you have it. That was about 15 or 20 minutes. And we've got a 12 or 13 pound Presto pot candle melter. Okay, so that's pretty much it. If I glossed over anything or if you want any more details, I think it was pretty self-explanatory. Very easy tutorial, very easy project to put together. If you do have any questions, please ask them down in the comments below. I answer every single one of them. And as always, you can get in touch with me through standleyhandcrafted.com, the email address, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and the new Facebook candle group, which I'll link down below also. And again, like I said before, if you don't want to put one of these together, we do sell them on the website. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more.